Hello everyone, and welcome to the modding series Creating Your Legion for Total War Attila. In this series, I will be teaching you all of the database modding skills that you will need in order to be able to create a custom battle overhaul. So today we're going to be going over how these things work, which are called UI bullet points, and how to make the stats work so there isn't this huge black area and you can barely see what your actual stats are. So we're going to exit the game, and we're going to close my Word document, close that. Okay, so here's our pack, and here is one half of the balancing, my Rise of Mordor balancing. So we're going to add, where'd I put it? Here. Database. So we're going to scroll down. So you go to data.pack to add this, and we'll go to UI stats to classes and UI unit stats, and we'll open those up and close that. Now you can see I don't have a prefix on them, like I don't have a prefix on the KV stuff, because I want to override everything. Like some stuff I've deleted permanently, and so if I added a prefix, then the stuff that I deleted would actually come back, but I don't want it. So now if we sort by list, you can see that little thing I showed you on the right where it has your list of stats. So we've got morale, that'll be at the top for all types of units. Then we've got melee attack, melee defense, charge bonus, armor. If it's a missile unit, it'll have the weapon range, and it'll have ammo, and then it'll also have speed. So this is just the order you'll see your stats arranged in. What unit classes will have these stats? So in land units, so Cav, Shock. Here, these unit classes, this is related to this. And I don't know what unknown 4 is, so I just have 1 there. And I don't know what kind of filters you can have. But then UI stats, unit stats tables, this is actual stats, so we'll sort by sort order. So these ones we're not actually editing. We haven't actually touched them, we're just touching these ones here. So you can see I've got the sort order again, like I did in that previous table, and this is the max value. So the maximum morale that any of my units has is 16, the maximum melee attack 27, and so on, and like range 200, etc, etc. So that means instead of it being like 100 max morale, and then if you've only got 16 it's a tiny little yellow dot on that black bar, instead it'll take up the entire bar. And we're also, so you just work this out from your own balancing, work out what your max value is and just put it in there. This stuff isn't required, as I said. So now we're going to go to Rise of Mordor. We'll go DB, so you go to data.pack of course, and here UI unit bullet point enumerators and UI unit bullet point generations, and you can see them here. So I've just got, I'll open it up, I'll open data.pack to compare. So UI unit bullet point enumerators. So you can see there are lots of different things. Like you can have it say, oh, it's got a grenade, but I didn't want that. I just want it to rank the units, not give you random information like it has a grenade or it has war dogs or whatever. So I got rid of that stuff. And generations. So you can see I'll just expand that. Okay, so you can actually, oh my god. If we sort by armor, for example, you can see so this isn't balanced for my balancing, this is for a different sort of balancing. But you can see if it's got 1 or more, so if it's got between 1 and 19, it's classified as having very poor armor. If it's got between 20 and 39, it has poor armor. If it is 40 to 59, it is good armor. If it has 60 to 79, it has good armor. No, so 1 to 19, very poor. 20 to 39, poor. 40 to 59, average. 60 to 79, good. 80 or above, excellent. And so I've got the same armor for all the units. And so for melee attack, 1 to 14, very poor. 15 to 24, poor. And so you get it. So basically, you kind of want to do it on a bell curve, really. So not many units have excellent stats, and not many units have very poor stats. And the great majority just have positive. A little bit more have a little bit less of poor, a little bit less of good, so that you can just accurately judge at a glance what stats units have. So you can see here I've only got armor, melee attack and melee defense, so it'll only show what their armor, melee attack and melee defense is. So I'll save it and I'll open the mod. Okay, so if we click on our unit, you can see here that because these bullet points aren't actually balanced for my balancing, it says it has poor, very poor, very poor for stuff, but you can still see it only says melee attack, melee defense and melee armor. Now you can't actually work out which order it'll go in, it'll just go in by your best stat. So my melee defense is 8, which is the same as my armor, but for some reason it's up top. And so you can see here armor's at the top because it's 11 compared to 9. So the higher your stat is, the higher up it'll be on the list. And you can also see that you can actually tell at a glance how good your unit is. You can see how fast it is, how much armor, how much charge bonus and everything it is. So this has kind of been a bad episode, but I've shown you how these tables work, and maybe you'll want to add them to your game.